beverage. A hop if you wanna just bounce to my leverage. The evidence, as they say, is in the pudding. So show me the money like my name was Cuba Gooding.
Hello and welcome to episode 51 of Entrepreneur Stories. In this episode, we sit down with Mikael Abbhagen, one of the co-founders of Altered, to discuss their recently closed Kickstarter campaign for their water nozzle that uses 98% less water on your faucets for whatever you need to use them for. Their campaign is really different than most any other campaign that I ran into that's raised over $500,000 because they didn't do Facebook marketing. They didn't really have a huge email list. The money they raised was more based off of how cool and innovative their product was. So we get into their product design, how they came up with it, what they were trying to accomplish with their product. So this is a great interview, but before we get to it, I want to mention one real quick thing. We are currently running a Kickstarter for the Breton Weekender on Kickstarter. Check it out. So without further ado, please enjoy this interview with Mikael. Hello, we'd like to welcome Mikael Abbhagen to the podcast today. Mikael and his team just ran a very successful Kickstarter for the Altered nozzle. They raised over 4 million Kroger in Swedish currency, which is about 400 to 500,000 in American dollars, which is a massive raise and very successful. They had over 6,000 backers, and we're very excited to have him on and talk to him about his product. Mikael, how are you doing today?
Thank you. Hi, Joseph. A bit tired after this campaign, but
yeah. So have you guys been able to catch up on sleep since it closed?
I don't know. Sometimes you just snooze when a bit on the office here, I guess.
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
But we're not going to complain because we had a huge success. So.
Oh yeah. So you guys, how long ago did you guys close your campaign?
We ran it for 30 days.
30 days.
Yeah. We see when you look at the Kickstarters, you see a lot of people now doing 60, and we're like, but oh my God, can this end now soon?
Yeah. I think they can go long. I did 45 days, and it ended up working out perfect for us. But I was done at the end of 45 days. I was ready. I was ready for it to be over around 30 days. I think just because it's so much.
Yeah, so much. And what happened was we started the campaign, and it was kind of slow the first 2-3 days. Our CEO Johan was really pissed because nothing happened, and then we just woke up one day. I think it was the third day or something, and I was like, "Holy crap! What happened overnight?"
So what happened? What happened overnight? I'm fascinated.
What happened was, it was like this. Something happened, and we couldn't figure out what it was because we just saw backers coming in from everywhere, and then I got a tweet from a guy who was like, "Oh, how did you manage to raise the money so fast?" I was like, we don't know. And he sent me a link to a Facebook page called Now This Future, I think it's called. It was like a Facebook page where they had edited our Kickstarter video. And it had massive amount of views. I think it had like 600,000 views then.
Are you serious?
And now it has 11 million. So we were like, wow, we had like 600,000 views. And we were going crazy. I was like, oh, this is it. I was so super happy. And then it's like, 1 million. Oh, okay. 2 million, 3 million, 4. And now it's up to 11. So it's insane. So it's somewhere there, it just kicked off.
Huh. That is very cool.
And then others started following as well. So it's when you have that, you get the word gets around and you get more presence.
Yeah.
Everyone you try to get PR from, and you email newspapers and media and stuff like that. Everyone say they want to be the first, but they don't. Everyone want to be the follow the success.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's that is exciting. So it looks like, from what I can tell, you guys did not do a lot of Facebook marketing. And we're just going to jump into how you marketed your campaign, because that's what everyone wants to know right now.
Yeah, it's totally embarrassing. I don't know if it's because we're Swedish or just simply stupid. Because I don't know. It was like this. To start, we were in the beginning. We were going to launch the campaign in, I think it was June. Then it got delayed, and we had summer, and it was a lot. Went on vacations and stuff like that, and there was this opportunity to be a part of something called Stockholm Tech Fest, which is a pretty big thing here, with lots of investors and really interesting people gathering. So we decided to wait to that to launch it then. So we were really focused, and because everything was done in June.
Oh wow!
We just stopped planning until we had this event that was going on. So then we had to launch it now. So we launched it, and then we just like, okay, what do we do now?
Yeah.
So we tried to do some marketing, and as we said, there was like the first 3 days there was kind of like scratching our heads and say, okay, what are we gonna do? Should we do this? And then it's just exploded with this Facebook page.
And so, I mean, that was basically you guys. That was your campaign. That was
yeah. It basically was. I'm not sure if I should even say how much money we spend on marketing, because it's I don't know. It seems so embarrassing when because we had. It was like this as well. Our CEO Johan talked to one of the Kickstarter managers or something.
Yeah.
And she was really surprised and started laughing at us that we didn't have like a huge team of people, because she thought that we had been better prepared for this than we were.
Yeah.
Apparently. So I don't know. That also says something about the product that we're really proud of.
Yeah, that says a lot about the product, I think.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of campaigns who will spend, if they make $500,000, they spent $100,000 on on marketing to get there. So I mean, you guys you guys did like an old school Kickstarter campaign that was just all off the product and the story and the fact that people are like, I want to save water, like I want to help save water, and this is a cool looking product. So I mean, that's incredible. That's really fun. That's awesome to hear. I mean, I think it's cool for you guys because you've proven the concept just on the product, not on like your ability to, work Facebook or work another marketing angle. It's like you guys validated a super awesome product.
Yeah, when you hear the Kickstarter people talk about how it usually goes down with huge PR firms and stuff like that, huge preparations. I think they are pretty happy it went this way as well, because it shows that it's also possible to do to get a good campaign without spending huge amount of money on PR and social media and media coverage and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I mean I think it's really promising. It's kind of fun to hear because I talked to so many people who spent so much money on Kickstarter. It's really cool to hear that it still is having that effect.
It's still possible, and the strangest thing is in the middle of this, when things started to cool down a bit. suddenly something else happened. I woke up to, I had like, I think it was like 300 mails from India, basically.
From India?
Yeah. So someone, I don't know if you know WhatsApp, the app WhatsApp.
Oh, yeah. WhatsApp. Yeah. Yeah.
That is a huge thing in the Middle East and India. So it's basically, you have like WhatsApp and you have connected to different groups. So it's like a ecosystem of WhatsApp user. Because I think you only can have like 250 people in one group. So you're connected to several groups.
Okay.
So that happened. And the Kickstarter campaign got its own life in like the WhatsApp community in India and Middle East. And they hadn't seen they didn't know about Kickstarter campaign. So there was like this huge flow of requests on how to buy this product because they haven't seen the pre-order thing on Kickstarter. So it's like we were up in this huge mess of people asking questions. It was like, why are they asking this? This is on Kickstarter. How? It's pre-order. And it was like, that was really, really an overload of work. I was having breakfast. I woke up, I answered 80 of the emails of this like pile of 500. And when I eaten breakfast, it was back to, I don't know, 520 or something. I was like, well, I don't know what to do now. We took down our emails on the web and stuff like that because it started ringing, and this was crazy, and it's still going on. It's better now. I get 120 to 40 something now, but it's much better. So that was so weird because the Kickstarter community and the flow that was driven through this Facebook pages and stuff like that was all connected to the Kickstarter campaign.
Yeah.
But this video was taking out of the Kickstarter context, so it was acting on its own life and didn't have like links to the Kickstarter campaign. So that's been a real strange experience.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's wild. That's so
That's so weird. And we were like, what? Everyone is referring to this advertising campaign on WhatsApp. And we're like, what advertising campaign? What's WhatsApp? No one used WhatsApp here in Sweden.
Oh, they don't?
Not in that way, no.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't
So
even know. I had no idea you could do marketing on WhatsApp. That's
we didn't market it. So someone took the Kickstarter video. I saw it the first time today. We had this meeting with an interesting person, and he showed us the video for the first time in his WhatsApp, and was like, okay, that's the Kickstarter campaign video. Oh.
Wow. So someone just basically recorded it into WhatsApp and it just got sent around like crazy.
Yeah.
So
it's so that has taken so much time. Besides all the Kickstarter campaign, luckily, and then we just said, "Oh shit!" Sorry.
Okay.
But how do we handle this now? Because we were like in the middle of the Kickstarter campaign then. This was like I think 2 weeks ago. So we were like, okay, no more marketing. We got so many suggestions on doing marketing. It was like, no marketing now on the Kickstarter. Just let it ease down and try to divert the incoming Middle East, India mails to the Kickstarter campaign. So that's been a real wild ride. I can tell you. It's so weird when you like the pile of emails down. It's just flowing in.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, I'm sitting here. I'm kind of shocked. Like I'm really shocked. I'm not kind of shocked. I'm really shocked. It's like you guys made this incredible product that appeals to, it's scalable, appeals to kind of anyone and everyone in the world. And you like, I don't want to say you got lucky, but you guys just kind of like fell into this massive campaign because you have a cool product. Because I mean, not that you guys are lucky, but your product is so good that it marketed itself for you.
Yeah, it did. And about this entrepreneurial thing, and then you're trying to plan things and talk to people who have had experience and stuff like that. But at the same time, every journey is your journey, so to say. Talking about this, when we sat down, me and Johan and Kai is the inventor, Kai Mikos, and Johan, our CEO. Johan and I has been working together for a long time. He's from advertising and I'm from design. So we kind of know this business pretty good. But when we try to strategically aim for a kind of a target group for this product, we were like aiming for like California. That was like our target area, like California. And then it started to like explode in like different areas, like in India, and whereas socioeconomics is very different from California. So that also rose a couple of questions. People say, oh, it's expensive, but we're like, oh, this was not the purpose of of this first version of the product. So it was kind of we thought we knew our target market, but we didn't. Hello? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry.
Okay.
So it looks like you guys, did you sell the most of them in the United States?
Yes, it looks like that. I haven't got the statistics, but I think Johan showed me. It's still US, and then it's US, and then I think it's
Germany, and then Sweden.
No, I think maybe Sweden was second. Some of some kind of Europe countries, France and Netherlands, I think.
Yeah, Canada. You got Singapore in there. Singapore always has big showings of people's Kickstarters. You can if you go to the community tab on your Kickstarter page, you can see all the different cities and countries that your backers came from. So,
cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got. I'm blown away because I had all these marketing questions like, well, who'd you use for this and where'd you do? And it's just, you guys didn't do that. You just made an incredible product that appealed to everyone. So there you go. there you go.
It's like 1 in a million probably.
Well,
but it's I don't know. We're super happy about the acknowledgement the product gets, and apparently it's something. I think it's a couple of things. Timing, because water saving isn't a new thing. It's been around. But it's more maybe how the triangle of functionality, design, and timing, maybe that's really, really good.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting is, so there was a company who did over $1 million for a piece of luggage, and they had this big quote that said that because they had to keep pushing their product off because they weren't designing it, and they said there's never a good time to launch the wrong product. And there's never a wrong time to launch the right product, fully designed.
Maybe that's true.
So I mean, you look at your product it has like that simple kind of classic, beautiful design. And you, as a designer, what were you guys trying to do with the design? Like, what was the objective with putting it together?
Our objective was to make as low noise as possible when you install it. It should be an integrated part of your faucet or tap. It shouldn't be looked as a water-saving device for your tap, which is the things that these kinds of products do. So we were really, really interested in to make it like a design interior product, but with a very, very good purpose. So that was a main focus. And I think that's one part of the ingredients why it appeals to people. It looks good.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I like all the different colors you guys have. So you're manufacturing this in Sweden, is that correct?
Yes, we have settled on our production facilities here in Sweden for the first batch years, and then we'll see how things go in the future. But it looks really promising that we can keep it here for a while.
Yeah, well that is cool. So did you guys sell any of these solid gold ones?
Unfortunately not.
Unfortunately.
That was a bummer.
Yeah.
That was also one of those like okay, maybe we can push this golden nozzle thing like a PR thing, but no one cared.
No, okay.
but there's a background to this, because Kai, the inventor, he's educated silversmith.
Okay.
So he has knowledge and knows a lot of people how to do it. So it wasn't like, oh, we'll make this golden nozzle and try to get someone to do it. But Kai can actually do it.
Yeah, that's cool. That's way cool. So are you guys still selling them right now?
Oh no, we have we thought about launching our own pre-order. It's still we're trying to make deliveries in December. We had made a test production series to see how the machine works, how long it takes, and stuff like that. So we've done a small series to just test the production out. But the main thing is going to roll here soon in December.
And so are you going into stores, or where are you guys going to sell these afterwards?
Everywhere. That was also one thing. The request span has been quite wide. Very much from facilities like industrial, not industrial use, but to use in factory in washrooms and stuff like that. Because you have to realize companies are very keen to save water. Just for both for economical reasons, where water costs a lot, but also for CSR purposes, to check the box that they are doing something to save water. So there's been a lot of requests from companies, and huge companies. At first we got. I'm not going to name names here, but first we got like, oh yes, they contacted us, and now it's like, okay, there's another one. You get spoiled.
And they only want 10,000 pieces.
Yeah.
What a bunch of schmucks.
Yeah. But there's also since it's been so huge success, it's been really frustrating not having the product in your hand to just sell it. You have to realize this. We were going to produce this anyway, even if the Kickstarter would fail.
Yeah.
So the Kickstarter was not our make it or break it, but it was a real the real purpose of it was a Kickstarter. Actually, it was to see how the market reacted to the product. To see how California reacted to it. It happened to be Middle East and India as well. So the reception has been really good. But at the same time, you're like, okay, now we need to just get it in the machine and produce so we can deliver to all these, to meet the huge demand. So that's kind of frustrating right now. One thing I think it said we talked about it in another interview. It was like, if you don't have a successful campaign, you have all the time in the world.
Yes.
But when you have a success, the time is one of your enemies, and it's hard to plan for a success. But looking at them in the mirror, we should have been more prepared than we were.
Yeah.
But this India Middle East WhatsApp thing just kind of throws us off because it exploded so much.
Yeah.
In a good way.
I mean, that is, yeah, a very good way. Yeah, a very, very good way. So, I mean, you guys are you're moving now. Like, have you guys raised money for your company at all? Or is this kind of the only money that you will raise is through Kickstarter?
We raised money through from an angel investor that we knew early. Mm-hmm. Like in the first prototype stages, to just kind of to be able to make this first zero series, as we call it, like a production-wise, to test it in a real machine.
Yeah.
So he helped us with that for equity. But other than that, we haven't done it. So there's also a bunch of questions on when you're trying to scale this company and how should we do it. So that's one of the big issues now. On what level should we scale? How should we scale? When? If? Yeah, also that. But we'll see. We haven't decided yet exactly how to do it.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. So what is, like, you guys have all these backers. You have 6,000 plus backers. Yeah. What's the hardest thing to deal with those 6,000 backers?
I don't know. I imagine it when they get the product and they're like, what the hell is this? This looks like shit, or this doesn't work, when they start complaining. I guess that's we haven't faced that yet, but yes. Hopefully not. But it's again, it's something you can prepare for. You have to. I don't know how people do it, how they prepare for angry mails, and because you see a lot of products that's getting very delayed. Yeah. I hope we don't get delayed, but you never know. There's been so many orders now that we are, hopefully we'll manage it. I guess everyone won't get it at the same day, but So I don't know. I don't know how forgiving people are on Kickstarter on these things. It probably depends.
Yeah, well, hopefully they get the product and they're just blown away, excited.
Yeah,
you know, like I mean, I have the same thing where I worry about I'm sending out my bags in about 2 weeks, and I'm just worried about it. I'm just I just worried, like, what if everyone gets it and hates it, and they just hate me, and they hate my company, and it's just so scary because it's like, I've seen the manufacturing, I've inspected it, I've done all I can, but then it's just like, what if everyone hates it? And everyone wants their money back or something just crazy, you know?
I don't know. I just checked it before I came on here. I don't know how much, because I was surprised that the drop off was this low as it been. It's. I think we have a drop off of I don't know. We have like 7,000 backers, 6,000 something, and then there's 200 who dropped off. I don't know if that's much or less. I don't know. Do you know?
I don't know the percentage, but mine was pretty low. Like, so I didn't have 6,000. I had about 1,200, and I think we lost like 30-ish around that way. 30 people who canceled right at the end. And that, I mean, that kind of sounds kind of a similar percentage to yours. I don't know though. I mean, I think it probably depends on the price point of the product too. Like, if it's a really expensive product, people start thinking about it. I mean,
the cards get rejected.
Yes. So, are you guys using BackerKit?
No, we're not.
You might want to.
Did we do that
before? Because they'll recharge those people who whose charges did not go through, they'll follow up on that for you.
Okay, cool. I think it's too late. I think everything expired today.
Oh, okay.
But that's also the thing. I don't know. Either we're stupid or I don't know. But we thought it was okay. It's only 200 who didn't finalize their purchase.
Yeah. Well, and you guys are in a good position where you weren't committed to a marketer where you have to pay them a certain amount of money, so you want all those backers, you know?
No.
You guys are in a really good position, whereas most people, when they get with a Kickstarter, they have all these obligations to marketing firms that they've committed to.
Yeah, we're lucky that way.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what's your favorite part about? I'm really enjoying this talk. You guys kind of seem like these just having a good time. You're just having a great time. Things are working out.
Luckiest bastard.
Yeah, kind of. You're kind of the luckiest bastards in the world. And so you designed this project. What's your favorite part about designing products?
I don't know. It's the combination of because design is nothing unless it solves kind of a function or a problem. So I like that part. Designing things to solve problems, but also make them look good. Because the shape of the handle of the tap is to I don't know what you call it, but to get a easier to make it switch easier. I don't know what to call it in English. It's called halvstång in Swedish.
Okay.
So if something is longer, you get it's easier to push it in if it's if you like a
leverage on it, or
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's leverage on it. So that was we had maybe 10 or 12 ideas on how to make the handle, but we ended up with this kind of shape that is really smooth and synchronized very well with most of the taps, because every tap is different. But didn't look too ugly or apart from the actual tap.
So how many products have you designed, in your career of designing?
In my early days, I did a lot of strange things that I sold on in a designer store. It was I don't know, like a small wire you have for putting up fences. Mm-hmm. I don't know what to call it in English exactly, but a thin metal wire. I did really strange things with the bowls and baskets and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I wove these metal strings, wires to bowls and baskets and stuff like that. So that was an early strange thing I started with. But then I started. Then I left kind of doing these things because then I didn't have an education. I started in university. I read psychology, stuff like that. And then I went back to designing, and then I focused more on graphic design. So I come from my education is from design, but mostly in the graphics department. But I've done products and I worked really in the later years now, from 10 years ago, a lot of interiors and displays for retail and stuff like that.
Yeah. So what are some of the failures you guys have had along the way with this project?
Oh, no.
Or learning experiences, we can call them.
One huge learning experience is that water is really, really weird. It takes on shapes and forms that is really hard to predict. It looks kind of simple when you look at the product, but the steps to making the mist the way we have is really, really hard. And it's a huge precision thing to manufacture the actual nozzle.
Yeah.
That's been because the learning thing from that is like when we do super small change on the nozzle, it can affect the whole thing.
Yeah.
So that's been really scary and really intriguing at the good time. At the same time, it feels it's hard to for anyone to do this. We know companies that have been trying for a very long time but haven't succeeded. Yeah, but I'm sure there will come because the need for this is apparently huge. So
yes, it is. Yeah,
we're just waiting.
Yeah. So how far are you guys away on the shower?
It's in the prototype stage.
Okay.
We haven't decided exactly on how to make it yet. There's a couple of things that we need to think about before we. That has more to do with how you produce it rather than the actual function of it. So to get it more cost effective and stuff like that. So we're in that stage.
Right. So do you guys have any projected launch date for that?
No.
Just, okay. I was just trying to.
No, but it's from that experience with the water thing, because when you think you know what you're doing with water, suddenly you don't. It's kind of tricky to work with.
Yeah, well, I think that's. I'm excited to see what happens for your next campaign. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very excited to see if you guys
think
can
we should do a
replicate it.
Kickstarter of that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I just want to see it just out of my selfish desires to see how well you guys do the next time around.
Yeah, I can imagine we would. When we don't, I can imagine our disappointment when it doesn't fly the same way because of our luck or whatever it is right now. It might be like, what do we dare to do it because this was so huge success, or do we skip doing it because we don't want to challenge ourselves with the failure of not reaching or exceeding this one or.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but it looks like, I don't know. Again, you only see the success, but it looks like people who've been doing second rounds have been doing really well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So maybe because it's people now, now that you know that you can execute and they'll get their product.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
so,
definitely.
So was this your first campaign, or have you done it?
So yeah, I ran my first campaign in April, or in the spring, and then we're running another one in the next couple of weeks. Once we get everything shipped out. I mean, but I mean, enough of me. We're not. I'm not. You guys are so. Not. I don't like the word lucky, but I mean, you guys just blown up your campaign, and you did it in such a just. Abnormal way, I guess, or a way that nobody does it anymore, and so I think it's just so awesome. I really am just so excited for you guys.
Yeah, it's apparently we didn't follow the standard protocol but again it's the first 3 days there was like, okay. Yeah, maybe it will catch on. I was like thinking of strategies to should we do like more Facebook campaigns, or should we do this, or should we contact this, or how do we do it?
Yeah.
So
it's amazing. I mean, it really is amazing. I'm so excited for you guys. And I mean, I'm sure this is going to just the beginning, because you have a product that can scale. I mean, most people have kind of a cute product on Kickstarter, But you guys literally have a product that every single person in the world could use, which is
Yeah,
it's
there's
awesome.
a lot of faucets out there.
Yeah, there are a lot of faucets out there. It's very true, very true.
Yeah.
Well,
And coming back to the actual problems with the water stress and the need for water and the cost of producing drinkable water as well, because there is possibility that you can what's it called, desalination.
yeah.
From the oceans and stuff like that, but that costs a huge lot of money and costs a lot of energy to transform that into usable water.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
but also, I have to say that some of the mails you get from around the Middle East and India is it's very humbling. I must say, most of us is very, very, very lucky living in areas where the fight over water isn't hard.
Yeah.
So it's also our world has shrunk very fast.
Yeah.
I must say. We thought we were seeing this California people buying this designing nozzle, but our world shrunk very fast, and you learn from people who are facing real problems, everyday problems with the lack of water.
Yeah, that's very true.
And at the same time, you feel like responsibilities and for them to help them. So we are trying to broaden our range of products in this area and try to develop them also for different kind of markets as well.
Well, I'm amazed. I'm so excited for you guys. And you guys, it sounds like you guys are really going after water, going to help a lot of people in the world, and those are some things that need to be solved. And it's awesome to see a great group of guys working on that.
Yeah, we're not the solution. We're just part of the solution. We hope this little thing can help in some ways.
Yeah. Well, very cool. Well, Mikael, thank you so much for your time. I had a great time.
Thank you.
I mean,
Thank you very much.
Where can people learn more about your product?
Sorry?
Where can people learn more about your product?
Oh, it's from our webpage, alteredcompany.com, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. You can see our development, and of course Kickstarter is still up.
Okay.
So you can, it's there.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for your time, Mikael.
Thank you. It was real nice talking to you and sharing our story, and hope we can deliver all the things that people expect from us.
Well, I'm sure you guys will at this rate.
Okay, cool.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And bye now. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this episode. I want to take a minute and say thank you for listening throughout this year. I hope you have a great holidays, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, just holidays, whatever you enjoy. If you get a moment, please check out our Kickstarter before it ends this Friday. And check it out. It's for the Brett Weekender. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think about the product, how we could improve it, how we could improve running the campaign. I'd love to hear feedback from the great listeners we have. So have a great weekend, and we'll see you after the new year.